Your person is currently facing what they perceive as financial karma, a direct consequence of the way they treated you in the past. They are going through a difficult period where everything in their financial world seems to be falling apart. Bills are piling up, opportunities are slipping away, and they feel a constant sense of pressure and anxiety. Deep down, they believe this isn't just a random streak of bad luck. They see it as a form of divine retribution for cheating on you, for betraying the love and trust you once gave so freely. This realization is haunting them, and they can't shake the feeling that their current financial struggles are a reflection of their moral failings. They are also feeling deeply insecure about their status and stability. Where once they might have felt confident or in control, now they feel small, helpless, and undeserving. This sense of being blocked from blessings is more than just a thought, it's a heavy emotional weight they carry every day. They know that their actions in the recent past caused you significant pain, distress, and emotional chaos. They remember how much you suffered, how anxious and broken you became because of their choices, and now they're the ones waking up with knots in their stomach and tears they try to hide. What they're going through emotionally and mentally feels like a punishment, and part of them believes it's the universe's way of making them pay for hurting you. Despite the emotional turmoil, they still think about you constantly. They still want to return to you, to fix things and rekindle what was lost. But before they can do that, they feel the urgent need to rebuild their financial foundation. They want to be able to offer you the love, support, and stability they know you deserve. It's not just about money, it's about pride, respect, and the role they see themselves playing in your life. They want to feel like someone who can take care of you, who can meet your needs and your dreams. They long to stand beside you not as a burden, but as a provider, someone who brings peace into your life instead of chaos. Most of all, they want to regain your respect and their own self-worth. In their eyes, that means being able to show up for you in ways they couldn't before. They know now that love alone is not enough if it's not supported by maturity, effort, and consistency. They're striving for abundance not out of greed but out of a desire to feel whole again, worthy of you, worthy of forgiveness, and worthy of a second chance. In their quiet moments, your person often finds themselves reflecting deeply. They question how they could have worked so hard to win your heart, only to sabotage everything because of their own fears and emotional baggage. They let their insecurities and unresolved heartbreaks dictate their actions, pushing you away even as they wanted nothing more than to hold on to you. Now, in the silence that follows their mistakes, they are flooded with regret. They feel a profound sense of shame, not just for what they did, but for the way they did it, purposefully ignoring your needs, manipulating your emotions, and treating you as someone who would always be there no matter what. They now understand how wrong they were to take your presence for granted. They tried to control the situation out of fear of losing you, but their attempts at control only revealed their emotional immaturity. Everything they did, the lies, the half-truths, the emotional games, was rooted in the belief that if they could just keep you close, they wouldn't have to face the pain of watching you walk away. Ironically, their efforts to avoid losing you led to exactly that outcome. Now, they are the one left behind, holding on to memories of what used to be, realizing they have lost not just your love, but your trust, your support, and the future you might have shared. Looking back, they know they behaved selfishly. They understand now that love isn't about possession or control, it's about honesty, vulnerability, and mutual respect. And with that understanding comes sorrow, deep, aching sorrow for how they treated you and for what could have been. They recognize that their behavior wasn't just a mistake, but a reflection of unresolved wounds and unchecked ego. It's a hard truth, but one they are finally ready to face. Even now, through all the pain and regret, your person holds on to a sliver of hope. They hope that one day, when they've grown, when they've healed, and when they've rebuilt themselves into someone better, they might find their way back to you. Until then, they carry the weight of their actions and the silent wish for your forgiveness. I've been meaning to reach out for a long time now. I've written messages in my head over and over again, but every time I tried to say something, I stopped myself, partly out of fear, partly out of guilt. Even now, I want to ask you how you're doing, to hear about your life, your heart, your journey since we last spoke. But a part of me believes you won't want to hear from me, that you won't be open to a conversation. And I understand why. I know I don't have the right to expect anything from you after what I did. This isn't about justifying myself, and I'm not here to shift blame. The truth is, I was the one who walked away. I abandoned you and everything we built together without offering any real explanation, and without considering how it would affect you emotionally. That's something I deeply regret. I chose silence when I should have chosen compassion. I remained quiet, distant, and cold, even on days that should have brought us closer, days like your birthday, holidays, and our anniversary. Those days came and went, and I didn't say a word. You didn't hear from me, and I imagine each passing day without a call or message must have felt like confirmation that I no longer cared. But the truth is, I cared deeply. I just didn't know how to show it anymore. I told myself I was giving you space, but in reality, I was hiding from the weight of my own guilt. I thought I could move forward and build something on my own, but all I ended up doing was building a wall between us. It's been a long time since we shared anything truly loving or kind with one another, and I miss that. I miss the connection, the warmth, and the understanding we once had. I look back and realize I should never have let you go. I was wrong, completely, utterly wrong. I was so focused on building my own life, so obsessed with what I thought I needed, that I became selfish. Everything revolved around me, my goals, my desires, my plans. And in doing so, I ignored you. I ignored us. I let go of what we had without thinking about the consequences. I lost sight of the love we shared, the memories we created, and the life we dreamed of building together. You needed me, and I wasn't there. I left you at a time when you were most vulnerable, most in need of support and reassurance. I did exactly what you feared I would do. I walked away, and in doing so, I fulfilled your worst fears of abandonment and rejection. That realization has haunted me more than you could possibly imagine. I've spent countless nights replaying everything in my mind, wishing I had made different choices. I feel like a loser, not in the dramatic sense, but in the very real way that I lost the most precious person in my life. I lost you. I let my ego guide me, and now I live with regret. Now, here I am, trying to come back, though I know how it must look to you. I know you might think this is too little too late, or that my words are insincere. Maybe you think I'm just lonely or nostalgic. But please believe me when I say that every month without you has felt like its own kind of hell. Time has not dulled the pain, if anything, it has made it sharper. I've realized what I had, what I lost, and what I still yearn for. I want to be with you again, not just to relive the past, but to rebuild something stronger. I want to sit beside you, hold your hands, and find peace in the quiet comfort we used to share. I want to be the person who supports you, listens to you, and stands by you, not just in good times, but in hard ones too. For every day I was away, I want to give you a day filled with love, respect, and care. I know I can't erase the past, and I won't pretend it didn't happen, but I want to show you that I've changed. I want to prove to you that I'm no longer the person who ran away. This time, if given the chance, I will make sure you are genuinely happy. I will cherish your presence, your laughter, your heart. But I also know that this can only happen if you can somehow let go of the hurt, or at least begin to. If you could remember even a fraction of the good we shared, those little moments that made us feel whole, it might be enough to open the door again. I know that because of my past actions, you may see me as someone cold, selfish, or unkind. But I'm not that person, not truly. I made mistakes, yes, but I am more than my worst decisions. So, this message is not just an apology, it's a confession of my deepest regret and a sincere hope for a second chance. I don't expect forgiveness, and I don't demand anything from you. I just hope that you can hear my heart through these words and maybe, just maybe, consider what it would mean for us to try again. Your partner sees you moving forward in life with remarkable speed and purpose. From their perspective, you are rising into your power in a way that is both inspiring and humbling. They are deeply aware of how far you've come and how much inner strength you've developed. It's clear to them that you're no longer held back by fear, self-doubt, or external limitations. Instead, you are standing firmly in your truth, resilient and determined, ready to face whatever challenges life throws your way. There is a noticeable shift in your energy, an unshakable confidence that wasn't as pronounced before. You've transformed into someone who doesn't just survive adversity but thrives in the face of it. Your independence is shining brightly now. You no longer wait for validation or permission to pursue your dreams. You are laser-focused on your goals, and your drive is both admirable and powerful. Despite everything you've been through, you've managed to hold on to your core essence, the part of you that is curious, hopeful, and full of wonder. The world hasn't hardened your heart. Instead, your childlike spirit continues to live within you, keeping you connected to joy, creativity, and authenticity. That purity of spirit is rare, and your partner sees it as one of your most beautiful and enduring qualities. They've been watching you closely, perhaps from a distance, and they are genuinely moved by the way you carry yourself now. Your faith in the universe and your belief in its divine timing have not only sustained you but also fueled your progress. You've leaned into the process, trusted in the unseen, and remained patient through uncertainty. This unshakable faith combined with your relentless work ethic has created a magnetic aura around you. Your partner sees you as someone who has stepped into their magician energy, a person who can manifest and attract abundance effortlessly, simply by staying aligned with their purpose. To them, it's as if you possess a quiet, mystical power, the ability to turn your vision into reality through a blend of intention, discipline, and unwavering belief. It's captivating. Your partner is deeply affected by this evolution and can't help but wish for another chance, one last opportunity to show you the depth of their love and devotion. They're aware they may have missed their moment or fallen short in the past, but their desire to reconnect and be part of your journey again remains strong. Even though they recognize how emotional and sensitive you truly are at your core, they're also in awe of how you continue to move forward, refusing to let those emotions keep you stuck. You've learned how to honor your feelings without letting them define your direction. That emotional maturity, that balance of heart and mind, is something they find incredibly admirable. They also see the pain you've carried and the storms you've endured. They know that your life hasn't been easy, that the road you've walked has been filled with trials, loss, and countless moments of uncertainty. But through it all, you've never allowed those experiences to dim your inner light. On the contrary, every hardship has added to your wisdom and deepened your sense of purpose. You've become a symbol of perseverance, someone who doesn't just bounce back but rises higher every time. At this point in time, your partner sees you as someone who is completely grounded. You radiate stability, clarity, and self-assurance. There is an undeniable glow about you now, a mix of poise, ambition, and self-love that commands respect. You are no longer seeking approval from anyone else. Instead, you've learned to validate yourself and create your own path. That kind of power is not only inspiring, but also deeply attractive. Your assertiveness, your clear boundaries, and your refusal to settle are qualities that they find both intimidating and alluring. It's a level of confidence that can shake people, but in the best way. It pushes others to rise to your level or risk being left behind. Your partner is aware of this, and it makes them reflect deeply on their own role in your story. They are drawn to the light you now carry and the strength you now embody. They don't just miss you, they admire you. They want to be close to that energy again. More than anything, they wish to bring happiness back into the relationship, to rebuild something meaningful based on the strength, clarity, and emotional growth you now possess. Whether or not you choose to let them back in, they will always carry a sense of awe for the person you've become. You have emerged from the fire reborn, not hardened, but enlightened. You have chosen not just to heal, but to evolve. And in doing so, you've become someone whose presence speaks volumes without saying a word. You are no longer chasing anything or anyone. You are attracting, manifesting, and aligning. And your partner sees all of it. They feel it. And they can't help but hope they're not too late to be part of the next chapter.